UPI is no longer going to be free. You have probably seen this everywhere. And if you're thinking, wait, does this mean that every time I scan a QR code, I'll have to pay more than the required amount? Well, the answer is no. And this is where the whole UPI story gets interesting. See, the government has not announced a blanket charge on UPI. In fact, the government has specifically clarified that the consumers will not be charged for making UPI payments. Basically, your P2P, that is, person to person UPI transactions, remain free. So then, what is actually changing? Let's get back to 2020. India made MDR on UPI transactions zero to encourage digital payments. What is MDR, you ask? Merchant discount rate. It is basically the fee paid by the merchants for processing a digital payment. So when you pay a shopkeeper, let's say rupees 1000 via UPI, the shopkeeper currently doesn't pay anything on that transaction. And look what happened as a result of that. UPI exploded. In fact, in July 2026 alone, UPI processed around 23.6 billion transactions worth nearly rupees 29.9 lakh crores. But here's the problem. Billions of transactions don't run on air. The entire payment infrastructure cannot run on the current zero MDR model. And that's where the new amendment comes in. The recent change to the payment and the settlement systems framework opens the door for MDR to be charged on specified digital payment transactions in the future. No, it does not say that from tomorrow you'll pay a fee for every UPI payment. So who is potentially paying, you ask, right? The merchants. And even there, the government says it would be limited to certain merchant transactions above a certain threshold. Not every shopkeeper and not every UPI payment. So the idea isn't let's start making money from UPI. It's actually pretty close to can we make the biggest users of the payment infrastructure contribute something towards keeping that infrastructure sustainable? And that's the distinction that matters because UPI was built as a public digital infrastructure. Keeping it free helped India achieve something extraordinary, billions of payments every month without consumers even thinking twice about the transaction fee. But as the system got bigger, the question actually became who is going to keep it running. So no, your rupees 15 chai ka payment isn't suddenly going to cost you rupees 17 and your transfer to your friend is still going to be the same. What is changing is that India is opening the door to charging selected merchants for selected high value transactions. And the final rules will determine exactly who pays, how much, and on what transactions. And honestly, that's the part worth watching. So stay tuned.